Good morning, gang. This is Joyce Welsh with Skipping Calves Farms. Um, we've got 3 new members of our farm family this morning. I've got 2 Katahdin ewes and a ram lamb that's a Katahdin textile mix. And we brought them in last night and put them in this sheepfold. And each panel on the sheepfold, you can open one side. So I just I moved the poultry fencing from around the chicken tractor, and I moved it here around the enclosure. They got here about 7 o'clock last night, and where they were living before, they were behind welded wire. They were not trained to hot wire, and they were not grass-fed only. I've been looking for ages to try and find what I was looking for and couldn't. So this is the next best thing. They're healthy animals. They've been reasonably well raised, although a little more conventional than I would. And so I just finished setting up the poultry pen. And as you can see, I've kind of opened up that gate about 45, or that wall of the fold, about 45 degrees, and they just made their way out. If you go back and look at the very beginning of the video, this little ram lamb, rather than walking out the gate, he stuck his head through because that's what they're used to doing. And let me see if I can zoom in here a little bit. If you'll look at the ewe facing towards the left, you can see how bald her neck is. And that is and the other one as well, but not quite as a stark contrast. And that's from reaching through the welded wire fencing where they came from, because the grass just was like a golf course. And let me go over here and show you, since they came in last night, just along this one side of the, you can see where they've hammered that grass compared to what it looked like, which would have been like that. So I decided to go ahead and give them a little bit more room this morning. And so they're behind the poultry pen, behind the perimeter fence. So they still have 2 layers of protection today. And boy, this morning when I first got up, I decided to do this first thing this morning. When I first got up and checked on them, I could see that they were eating the hay, and they weren't really grazing in the enclosure anymore. And that made perfect sense to me, because it's a 16 by 16, so what, 200 and something square feet, 256 square feet I think it is, but whatever. They weren't really grazing in here anymore, because it had pretty much gotten fouled overnight. It smelled like sheep, and they're not going to graze after themselves. And so they weren't actively grazing this morning at all. The little bit of eating they did was on the hay. So I've got them out here in this poultry fencing. We'll kind of keep an eye on them for a while and see what I can observe. And I'm going to leave the hay and the water here in the fold area to kind of let them know that this is home for now. And then still haven't decided exactly how I'm going to train them to the electric fencing. The 2 bigger ewes have been behind a netting before, so I'm hoping with the extra step-in posts And the fact that they've got plenty to eat for the day, they won't challenge that. So anyway, these are my 3 newest live mowing machines. And look at that little ram lamb. He has been going after that plantain. He was going after it last night, and he's going after it again. He's going after it again this morning. So I also have to do a complete hive check on my beehives today. I may be adding some supers. So I've got a busy day ahead, gang. If you like what you see, please feel free to subscribe and like. And I pray you have a blessed day, and keep chasing the dream.